friends, it's Laura, and I'm here as promised with my #1 makeup choices from the drugstore. Most of them I'm wearing right now for this look. I couldn't choose between two foundations because one is more hydrating than the other, so I decided to give you both of them. The first choice, as I've talked about so many times this year, is the Neutrogena Hydro Boost. I love this. It really is great for the mature woman. I think especially for women that have dry skin. Now I have the opposite problem. I have such oily skin, yet this still works for me. It lasts all day. It plumps up my skin and really makes it look great. Now if you have more oily to normal skin, then I'm going to recommend also this Wet n Wild Photofocus foundation. This is beautiful, and I think it works for drier skin women too. You may need to add a drop of oil to it. You know, when I first used this, I really didn't like it that much because I felt like it made my skin oily, but the more I used it, the more I fell in love with it, that it really does dry down. And with a little powder, it just really looks beautiful. It's what I'm wearing right now, and you cannot beat the price. It's around $6 depending where you buy it. So those are my two recommendations for #1 for foundation. I have two more recommendations for primer. If you have mature skin and you want some shimmer to it, some moisture, but not too over the top with shimmer, I think you'd love this e.l.f. Beautifully Bare primer. It is gorgeous. It goes on like a moisturizer and blends into the skin and really does give a luminosity, but not over the top. If you like a little more of a glow, I'm wearing it today. It's the Physicians Formula Spotlight. I really like this. I'm thinking of my mom. Now my mom is 76. I don't think she would like this. I think it's too much glow that she would say she didn't really like it. For her, I would recommend this one because it's a little toned down from the other Spotlight. But if you want a real glow, then I go for the Physicians Formula. If not, this e.l.f. is just pretty perfect. Another category that I had to give you two recommendations for is concealer. The first one that I fell in love with the minute it came out was this L'Oreal Pro Glow Infallible Concealer, but I don't really look at it as a concealer. I see it more as a highlighter. It's so super thin that I like to put it on the cheekbone here. That's what I've done today. And around my eyes just for its brightening properties. But if you want a true old-fashioned concealer that is a little thicker but great for mature skin, then I'd recommend the Neutrogena Hydro Boost. This is such a moisturizing concealer, and it's really that good old-fashioned creamy concealer that covers, yet it feels like powder. It dries down to this silky feel, and it's not drying at all. So especially for you ladies that have dry areas around the eyes, if you're looking for something with a little more coverage, then the Neutrogena Hydro Boost is pretty hard to beat. I have a #1 face powder that I'm absolutely crazy about, and I think it's the best I've found since I started my channel. It's a little bit more, and I bought it over at Target. It's the #7 translucent. It's called Perfect Light Loose Powder. This powder has vitamins in it. It actually has vitamin E and B5, but also contains hyaluronic acid. Now, I've never tried the By Terry powder, but I've heard so much about it. And to me, this sounds like it could be a dupe. It goes on so softly, and you can put it under your eyes and it will not cake under your eyes. It is so light and beautiful, and it just has that moisture in it where it just goes into your skin, yet gives you that perfect diffused look. I'm so impressed with this. Like I said, it's a little more than most drugstore powders. I think it's around the $15 price range. I'll put the price in the video for you, but it is so worth it. Trust me, this is an amazing powder at the drugstore. I would never want to be without my NYX Milk Pencil. I use this to prime my eyes. My eyelids are so oily. If I didn't use this, my shadows would be gone in an hour. So I'm very dependent on this. It's very inexpensive and I just love it. There's nothing I've tried, even the MAC paint pots that I think come close to this, and you can't beat the price. The other thing you can't beat is the Milani Brow Kit. I know all of you have probably seen it, but it truly is amazing. I have the light kit. I like it because it has the lighter shade for the front of my brow, and I use the darker for the tail so that it gives my brows more dimension. And of course the highlighting shade I've used many times as eyeshadow, so it really is a keeper. I know that many of you have dry eyelids and don't struggle with the oil that I do. But I have a suggestion for you. Even though I have oily eyelids, I love this cream product for my eyes, and it's these Revlon. They're illuminators. They're just beautiful. They're so easy. I just think anyone would be successful with these. You don't have to be a makeup artist. You just put a little bit on your finger and dab it on. I do use a brush sometimes also. And what I like to do, I've done that today, is blend them with powders. I'll pick up another palette with a shade of powder that I like, and that's what I've done here. But the whole lid is pretty much the Revlon. They come in many colors, so if you are looking for some beautiful nudes, this is gorgeous. And then they have another one that is called Precious Metals. And this can just really give you that shimmer on the lid. But all of these, the colors mix so well, you can come up with so many beautiful looks, and they make a great base for using other powders. I use this blush more than any blush in my collection. I never thought it was going to be this great. It's from Covergirl. It's their Tru Blend. When I first saw it, I thought it looked pretty, but I had no clue how much that I would use it. I have used it more than any in my collection, even though I have some high-end blushes. I still always go back to this because it has a little bit of shimmer, but very natural. It's not so much, and I think it's great for work. So that's become my #1 blush. Now, as far as contour, I'm wearing contour today, but most days I don't. My face, as I've gotten older, has gotten so thin that my cheekbones stand out more, and actually usually just putting a little blush is enough. But if you are wanting to contour, I don't think you can beat this Wet n Wild palette. This just works beautifully. I did put some here today and a little bit along the jawline, but it's an excellent buy. I can't believe for this price. I have bought other contour powders that cost much more, and I don't see the difference. I think this is just as good as the other more expensive ones I've had. And for highlight, I just think you cannot beat Wet n Wild. This one is beautiful. This is from their Megaglo collection. I have put it today on the corners of my eyes, the inner corner, up on the cheekbone. It's just beautiful, and it's only a couple of dollars back. And this is not new. It's been out for a while. It's from Physicians Formula, and it's from their Shimmer Strips collection, which has been out a long time. The other week I was at Marshall's, and they had this huge Physicians Formula kit for about $4.99. It had blush in it, 3 eye pencils, a lipstick. I could not believe that find. I hope you all have found those at your Marshall's, because it's a great deal. Well, the eye pencil, this is the one made for Hazel eyes. When they made this collection, they did it towards hazel eyes, blue eyes. They have different collections for each shade of eye. This stuff does not budge. I have the hardest time with eyeliner because of having an oily eye area. It just doesn't stay on me. It smudges so terribly. Well, the first day when I used this and came home from school and my eyeliner, #1 was still on, but #2 was not halfway down my face, I said, I can't believe this. This is the best eye pencil ever. So I am going to buy the other kits because they have a beautiful shade of purple that is made for a different color of eye. And I just love these. They come in a pack of 3. And for the price, I just can't believe it. They're better than the Urban Decay I've tried. I've tried many other high-end brands that can't even come close to this. For my number one mascara, I am still sticking with what I've said many times on my show, and that's this one from Wet n Wild. It's called the Lash-o-Matic. It comes with a mascara and then fibers. Now, I have tried it without the fibers, with just the mascara, and it's not that big of a difference. So if you don't like fibers, I still think it's worth buying the mascara. Another thing I was trying for a while that worked great was I was just putting some loose powder on my lashes. I dipped a Q-tip in powder and just went over the lashes and then did this mascara and got great volume and a beautiful look. This is around $7. I think with the powder and with the fiber, it is as good as the Superhero from IT Cosmetics. With the Superhero, you don't have to work as hard, but the price is a lot more. So I think if you're like the Superhero mascara, if you use this with maybe a little bit of powder on your lashes, you are good to go. Last but not least, my favorite makeup product, and that's lips. Oh, I agonized over this for days. I tried on so many of the lipsticks I have bought this year. I tried them on my hand, I tried them on my lips. I just really agonized because I wanted to give you the best of the best. And I've probably tried more lipstick and lip liner than any other makeup product that I use. So my final conclusion, which they're very inexpensive, is number one, the gel liner from Wet n Wild. This goes on so great, you can just wear it as a lipstick, which is what I've done many days. I think I went and bought every color they made. They're just absolutely beautiful. They're long lasting. They give you, they have such modern colors, just really colors that are popular right now. They don't look drying on the lips. I do love the Milani lip liners. I think they're amazing, but they look a little dry on the lips without something on top. These don't. These you can really just fill in your lip and go, and they work as a lipstick. But they are absolutely amazing. And I noticed I was in Walgreens the other day, and they were discounting them very low to where I paid maybe $2, if that, for the lip liners. So check this time of year. A lot of things are being discontinued or put on clearance, and you will get phenomenal deals on something that's already inexpensive. And for gloss, it was tough because I love hard candy. I love Milani glosses, but I came to my final conclusion that this L'Oreal Infallible from the Paint collection is the most luxurious, most beautiful, and they have absolutely amazing colors. The one I'm wearing right now, I think, was Nude Star. The other one I love is the Spicy Blush. And then for a rose, this Wild Rose is just beautiful. But these last pretty long. They're not as long lasting as the L'Oreal Infallible, the 8-hour glosses. I like those too. But I think the look of these is more modern. I love the shine and how plump my lips look with them. And with the liner from Wet n Wild, you pair them together and you get such a beautiful look. And now for the winner of the Color Science giveaway, it goes out to Tony Whitman. Tony, congratulations, and if you would send your address to my email. Now don't go away because I have another giveaway. 2 products that I want to give away that I purchased from a company called Crop. This is an Australian brand. I found this over at Marshall's and it is such a beautiful cream. I'm going to give away 2 of the Nourishing Hydrating Night Cream. It has no parabens, no phthalates, no sulfates, no animal testing. I've been using this for a couple of months and I just think it's a beautiful product and I want to give away 2 of them to 2 of you. So in the comments, if you're interested, just put night cream somewhere in the comment and I'll put you in the drawing. Thank you all so much for all your love and kindness. I'm so thankful for you. Have a great week.